What do you know about health? Welcome to the podcast. What if you actually knew more about health than you think? My guests and I exchange knowledge, explore different perspectives, share experiences, and offer you tips and tricks for living more consciously. Join us on a journey into the fascinating world of the human body. Hello, Simone.
Hello, Ananda. How are you?
I am really good, thank you, and terribly excited to have a little chat to you about like bars and athletes and sports and women and everything. Like, first of all, I would like to sort of have you introduce yourself. Nevertheless, when I am stalking you, it says something like you are an author, you are in consciousness, you have part of a castle in Italy. Currently, you are in El Lugar. It sounds like you do a lot of things. And if you would introduce yourself and give us a bit of an idea, how does sports come into all of that?
Yeah. Okay. So my name is Simone Milasas, born in Australia, but very quickly I wanted to explore the world and see everything. So when I was 19, I left Australia to go live in London and travel around the world. So I spent about 3 years just traveling and just finding out the way people live and exploring all of that. I've very much been an adventurer my whole life. I've also had a very strong desire since about the age of 15, 16 to, look, I could say change the world. And it's more, I had this concept of like wake people up. I just wanted to grab people by the shoulders and shake them and say, don't you get it? There's got to be something different. There's got to be something more than this. And, so I did many different things and I created my own business called Good Vibes for You, which was all about, I guess, empowering people to look at themselves, their life, the planet, everything in a different way. And then I met Gary Douglas, the founder of Access Consciousness, and Dr. Dane here, the co-creator. And from there, that was like 25 years ago, I was like, wow, these guys are talking about everything that I knew was possible on this planet. So I don't think there's a place that we get to where we go, this is it. I think it's a continuous place of question. And that's what I have been doing. Like even today, I rode this. I'm at El Lugar in Costa Rica. It's a property we have, and we have lots of horses here. And, I have a horse here that's just absolutely beautiful and stunning. And I know her so well, and she knows me and all the idiosyncrasies. And I rode this new horse today, and it was so different. And I'm looking at, if this horse would like to own me. And I just got back and I went for a run, and I was like, okay, if I was creating my life, what would I choose? Which is pretty much the way I have chosen a lot of things in my life. And I realized, okay, if I'm creating my life, what would I choose? I would choose this horse because it's very different and it takes me out of what's familiar. And I think that's what I'm always looking at, is not to be too comfortable in everything that I'm choosing, so that I will always choose more, but more from creating a greater possibility, not from being anxious or I have to be on edge. It's like, will this create something greater? And so that's pretty much how I choose everything, and how I came across being part owner of the castle, a major investor in this property here at El Lugar. Lots of different things going on, and I'm not stopping.
This sounds amazing. Thank you so much. More horses, more sports, running. And I saw you hanging on some rings on one of your posts the other day.
Yeah.
So It seems like you're working out quite a bit, don't you?
Yeah, just before we pressed record here, you asked me how I was, and I was like, I'm a bit tired, but I'm good. I worked out this morning, and I'm doing this thing. It's actually called Moves Method, and it's a whole lot of like mobility training, because I'm in my mid 50s, and I sort of went, okay, what do I need to choose today in order to create a body in 20, 30, 40, 50 years that can be really mobile? And so that's what I've been looking at. So I do have my gymnasium rings here that are hanging off here. So I hang off them every day, and I do, sitting squats and a whole lot of different things. So I did that this morning, and then I went for a horse ride on this new horse, which, do you ride horses, Ananda?
I do, yes.
Okay. So you know how when people don't ride a horse and they go, oh, all you're doing is sitting on top of it. And when you ride a horse, you go, oh no, there's a whole lot of things that are going on, So I came back and I was like sweating from riding this horse, but it's so beautiful here. It's like, I don't know, it was about 30 degrees, and I love running in heat. So then I went for a quick run and tried to cool myself down so my face wasn't bright red for this interview, for talking to you. So yeah, I did all that this morning, and I love it. I love it. Absolutely love it. It's so beautiful being here in Costa Rica, and that energy that's just so palpable of being here in nature, and it's amazing.
Yeah, wow. And I'm sitting here in Switzerland, and the temperature is slowly going down, and I'm wrapping myself up, and I'm like, okay, I can't do an interview in my whole 7 layers and everything. And yeah, but it's all fine. It's all fine.
And I've got the air conditioning on in my room.
I bet you would, with 30 degrees. Is it rather moist in Costa Rica? Like humid?
It gets very humid, yeah. But, Ananda, it has this amazing weather. I like it. It's where I live now in Australia, in Queensland. It's very tropical. And I love when it does that, in that late afternoon, and the thunderstorm comes and it's loud, and it's just amazing. Like if you're, on your veranda, I don't know, maybe a gin and tonic, or just hanging out there or whatever, it's so beautiful with these massive thunderstorms to have that too. So yeah, but it's very humid. My type of weather.
Yeah, well, I'm rather dry in humor and in heat, but yeah. Let's see what else is possible when I get to Costa Rica once. So yeah, I'm convinced that it's going to be a happy place, and it's going to be really nice.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Lovely. So tell me, like you said before, you were talking about Gary Douglas and about access and about all the possibilities that can be created. And I was wondering, like, where does access, or especially the access bars I have been using for several years on myself and other people now, come into sports, or how do they, like, yeah. Can you tell me more about that, maybe? Like,
I mean, bars, which is, for those of you who don't know, it's a hands-on process, and it's 32 different. You lightly touch 32 different points on the head, and as those points are touched, there's different different things, like the implant band, sadness and joy, aging, healing, hopes and dreams, sexuality, money, control, gratitude, kindness, peace, calm. Like, there's all these different points, and it's amazing when you get your bars run. I had my bars run yesterday for like 3 hours, and the person who ran my bars, we just sat here with my doors wide open, so all we could hear was the birds. We have howler monkeys here, and howler monkeys are really little, but they sound like they're this massive gorilla. And you could hear the howler monkeys, and it was so beautiful and so relaxing, like just passing off, going to sleep. And okay, so I've been really busy here, and like facilitating and doing a lot of different things. And before bars, I was, how do I describe this? I was like, it was almost like I couldn't string my sentences together because I was so tired, and I just was moving slow. And she ran my bars, and it was just, you seem to have a lot more clarity. And it was, I said, I was mucking around, and I said to her, I said, you saved my life today, because that's how it had the sense of. Now, it doesn't have to be that dramatic every time you get your bars run. It was just, I had done a lot, and I'd been facilitating a lot, and it just was very, very helpful. Now, I have worked with some athletes, and the thing I notice is, I mean, an athlete is an athlete, right? So they're very good at what they do, at their sport or whatever it is, their strength, their, everything. Okay. What I've noticed with any athletes that I've spoken to is it's not their ability to perform, it's their headspace. It's the stuff that goes on in their head of just before they're about to compete. Just before, if someone shows up that is a rival that they know how they play against, or etc. So they start to get in their head too much. And what I see is with the bars is when people get their bars run before they perform in any way, it seems to eliminate all of that. Because a lot of the time, so say if you've got two sports people and they've played each other, say let's use tennis as an example, and they've played tennis against each other. So you get to know how somebody else plays, right? You get to know what's their strengths, their forearm or their backhand or something like this, or their speed or something. So then you start to get in your head of like, oh no, this guy, like he serves really fast. And you start to go to your head of what's going to happen, and you start to project that. And as you project it and paint this picture, it's like, I often wonder, how much do you create that reality by the thoughts that go on in your head? Now, what occurs when you get your bars run, it's like this blank slate. Like I always think of like if you had your computer open, and most of us have possibly way too many programs or documents open in our computers. And it's almost like just going delete, 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 and just deleting all of that. So you have this like reset. And as you reset, you're no longer picking up on the thoughts, feelings, and emotions that you have around this event or this person that you're competing against or your performance, etc. What shows up, seems to show up, is you have this sense of clarity, of ease, of being able to like perform with more awareness. Like I'm going to say spherical awareness. And spherical awareness is that place where you have the awareness of everything all around you, like not just what's in front of you, it's like all around you. So there's a lot more ease. And, Ananda, I was watching this show on Netflix. I can't remember the name of it, but it was about tennis players. And it was amazing. I was like, man, if all these guys could get their bars run before they perform, totally different game. What they would play.
What you just said about the space, I found, or it becomes more and more obvious to me, probably the right word to use, is that within this space, I sort of become faster reaching something or becoming aware of something other than when there is this clutter. And this in one direction makes me sort of slower, but still I am much faster after I had my bus run.
Yes. Yeah, I like the way you say that, because it has the pretense of slow, but it's not actually slow. It's like there's more space.
Yeah. Yeah. Is that what Terry Hope, who did quite a bit of research over the last 13 years, I guess, is mentioning by the brainwave patterns that are being in the zone? Has that something to do with that?
Yeah, and look, on YouTube there is a fantastic. There's quite a few actually videos that we've put up with Terry Hope and the studies that she's done, and she's still continuing to do studies. I personally don't need the studies because I just know bars work, but they've been phenomenal responses, and there is one specifically on sports and for athletes, and it's really cool to see the difference of that. And yeah, I would say it's like to do with the brain wavelengths for sure, of what it changes. Like it's like you just don't seem as upset anymore, or you don't seem as dramatic. It's like whatever is going on, like, or cranky or nervous, or any of these things that we create, because we create that emotion, we create that energy in our bodies, in our being. but my question too is, I mean, one of the tools that we use in Access Consciousness is, who does this belong to? And asking, is this mine? So say if you are going into a competition, how many other people is something going on? Like horse riding, let me use that as an example. Like I love horse riding with like 1, 2, 3 other people. It's just so beautiful. And I don't mind horse riding with a bunch of other people, but it's different because everyone's heads, you can feel everyone's heads. And some people are, you know, get on a horse and they're just like not in question. They're like, I just want to run, 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 run. Or you get people who don't really know how to ride, but they think they do. And so there's all this stuff going on. They have no idea of like, you know, I would say horse etiquette, horsemanship, like how to be when you're with other riders, or they're panicking and all they're thinking of is, I'm going to fall off, I'm going to fall off, I'm going to fall off. And you've got all these different heads going. Maybe all different, you know, variations of riders from beginners to advanced, but you pick up on that and then you start to buy even just a little bit of that as yours. And then you start to create a reality that is not yours. It's based on somebody else's thoughts, like their thoughts, feelings, and emotions. You buy that and then you start to create something that's not you. So getting your bars run eliminates that as well.
Yeah. And especially with the horses who are such amazing mirrors, you get it like double the load, right? It's like it even shows more than amazing.
Yeah. Your horse,
Thank you for that.
Your horses hear you. Like, I mean, gosh, you think about something.
And you get it.
Oh, I wonder what it would be like if we just like ran and then the horse goes run. Okay, boom, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's on me.
How was that about instant actualization?
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, the great thing about riding horses, Ananda, is you have to be present. Like, you know, there's this great story. Last time I was leaving Costa Rica, it was so nice being here at El Lugar. And guys, if you can get here, come here. It's amazing. And we were leaving. I'd been here like for 30 days or something, and I was with my horse, and I was going on this like last ride with my horse, and I was like doing like, oh, I'm upset. I'm leaving Costa Rica, leaving El Lugar. And I was hugging one of the cowboys and I started crying. And then I got on my horse and I was like, you know, had tears. You should have seen my horse. It was so funny because she was like, what did I miss? What happened? What are we upset about? You know, did I miss? And I was like, oh, I'm being such an idiot. And I had to become so much more present and just go, okay, I don't need to cry because I'm leaving El Lugar. But she showed me because she was like, why are we freaking out? Did you see something I didn't see? You know, and that's what horses would do, you know. Did you see the dragon?
Someone coming for us?
Yeah, exactly. There is no dragon. I was just being dramatic.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. How much more of that space that the bars use can we use in sports, really? I've been working with ultra athletes and different kind of athletes in physical therapy and in training. And I started adding the access bars to their whatever they choose, you know. And I have seen that some of them, especially at the beginning, they couldn't make sense of what happened to them after having run their bars. And when I started asking them, well, did it serve you? Did it suit you? Did it help you with your sports? They all went 100%. I just can't tell you how it works. And that for me is one of the things I started to learn to rely on when my gut tells me it's good, it works for me, I'm going to choose it. And how much more of that can we bring out into the world for people to just try the bars with some facilitators, some practitioner all over the world, there is many, and then see for themselves what it will create in their sports. And it doesn't really matter what sports it is, right? Whether it's horseback riding, it's football, it's handball, whatever, you know. So yeah.
And as you were talking about that too, Ananda, I think one of the strangest things for me personally when I first got my bars run was, hey, just lie down. and receive.
Do nothing.
You know, yeah, do nothing and receive. And for somebody who is athletic, you know, or like for myself, like I would always be like, you know, got to do this, like super busy. I definitely have never been classified as a quote unquote lazy person. So all of a sudden, all I have to do is lie down and receive. And most people are not taught to receive. Like most people are taught to give, and to just keep going and not have that sense of relaxation. Yeah, that sense of peace.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden you just lie down and someone's like, you know, and even running bars is super easy. Like, you know, once you know that where the points are, literally you're touching the points and you can perceive an energy. And then as you're running them, you can ask, okay, so when do I move to the next one? It's not like a 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, 5 minutes there. It's like literally the person I'm running bars on, I'll be in question of, you know, how long, etc. And it depends what, you know, I always think it's interesting if someone's got something going on in their life and then you are on the bars and maybe you're on like money control and awareness and they start complaining about money. And it's like, you know, as they're talking about that, it's like all the crap starts to be eliminated around that topic.
Dissolve,
you know, I mean, if you look at the bar of control, it's like how many athletes, you know, do control to an extent that is detrimental rather than what would it take to be out of control and receive more. So even just getting your bars run teaches you to receive more.
And there with this blank canvas, there is way more space for things to happen and to see them, to realize them, to receive them, to open up to things. And this also leads me to the question, how much would that influence your response time as an athlete? Like these milliseconds, how much faster, quote unquote, could you actually be if you were sort of, say more relaxed and more present in a sense, right?
Yeah, it's a great question. And as you said, it's like, it doesn't matter what sport, it doesn't matter what you're doing. It's like, my suggestion would be, you know, give it a go. Like, what's the worst thing that can happen? Oh, you get to lie down for an hour to 2 hours and receive and relax, and then see what shows up as you get your bars run.
Yes, please. I can't wait. I'm up tomorrow.
Me too.
Amazing. Is there anything else that comes to mind when you hear the two things, access bars and athletes? Is there anything where you say, this is something the world should know?
Yeah. It's like, what if access bars was there to contribute to you, and whether it's like physically, emotionally, or acknowledging that you are allowed to receive contribution, that you don't have to, you know, have this autonomous reality where it's all on you. Because I get it, like, you're using your body and you're using your body at an elite performance level, and yet everybody wakes up with their body and gets to live with that, right? So we're all functioning like that throughout our daily lives. But what if it didn't have to be this alone energy? What if you could receive so much more by getting your bars run? Yeah. What if life was easier? I mean, the mantra of access consciousness is all of life
Comes to
me with ease and joy and glory.
And it's like, glory. And it's not with hard training and hustle and bustle and yeah.
I mean, what if training could be also more fun and more joyful? Like, you know, I told you, like yesterday, like I said, I was super tired. I did some things, but I didn't do anything physically. And like, I got my bars run for 3 hours. But then this morning when I woke up, like I said, I did this workout, and then I went horse riding, and then I went for a run. And I'm actually going to ride my horse this afternoon in a few hours. So, but today is my I'm not pushing it, I'm not forcing it, I'm enjoying it. But yesterday was like a no. My body was like, are you kidding me? We're not running, we're not doing any of that. We're like, no, big no. And I think what also getting your bars run, Ananda, is about learning how to follow the energy and learning how to listen to your body as well.
Yep, there you said one word that I've recently started to read and listen to more podcasts and professionals in this field, like Dr. Stacy Sims and other people who are talking especially about women health and about female athletes and their performances. And I was out of sports for almost 2 years and only restarted about 3 months ago. And the changes I was able to make at 26 or something, a few years more, within 3 months in sports, and I'm doing multi-sports. I'm on a horse, I'm running, I do paddle, I do climbing, and several things, is amazing. And there I sort of agree with you where you say, hey, how much more can you do from the allowance and from the question, like, body, what's up today? What can we do today? What is possible today? And there I realize I'm faster on a higher level than I could ever think of.
Yeah.
And
When you listen. When you, I mean, you know what it's like if you go for a run and your body and you both want to go for a run. It's a great run. And we've all been,
or the opposite,
we've all been for a run where your body's like going, no, and you're going, come on. Like yesterday, I literally was saying, God, because it was hot and I love running in the heat. I was like, such a beautiful day for a run. But my body was just like, no.
Yeah.
And previously, Ananda, I would have made my body do it. I would have forced my body. And then, and it's like forcing your body to do something is never going to create anything greater. And it takes a level of, as you mentioned, allowance, patience, like honoring of you and your body to say, okay, you know what? No, today I'm not going for a run. It's like, that's not what's happening, and be willing to be malleable and fluid in how you change what you choose each day. And especially your body goes, I mean, not to make it a thing, but women's bodies also have, I mean, men's bodies have different cycles too, but women's bodies, I think, have a more obvious cycle, and your body changes throughout the month. And it's like, when is your body more willing to, to be athletic, and when does it actually require maybe more sleep, or maybe different foods, or maybe something more rest, something. It's like, be willing to listen to your body and work with your body.
Yeah, I get that a lot. Like you said, in the early days, I would take my body for a run because it was day 3 and I had to go for a run, and I would be literally dragging ball and chain.
Yeah.
And today there is this one day I go like, okay, I might be bleeding. Okay, body, can we go running? Yes, we can. What pace? Slow. Okay, let's go slow. Let's go for a whatever, and breathe a little fresh air, come back home, have some nice food, nourish the body in a way my body wants to be nourished, and lay down for a minute or two and relax for a bit and have maybe a warm water bottle. And there my body becomes even more giving to these certain ideas, and I become more understanding what the body really needs or is asking for, right?
Yeah, absolutely. One of the things I just did before I came on here too, because my morning had been quite active. Like I said, my face was bright red, an hour ago. But I lay on my bed and I even just set my timer. I maybe set my timer because we had a certain time to meet up for 5 minutes, but I didn't need it. And then I just got a towel and I rolled it up and I put it across my eyes. And I just lay on my bed for 5 minutes. And it's like, sometimes that alone, it's like, has so much to gift me, is just that 5 minutes of silence, relaxation, like a generative energy.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, how much more can we learn to listen to our bodies and include our bodies in our decisions, really? Yeah.
Yes.
Way more fun.
Way more fun, way more ease, joy, and glory. All of life comes to us with ease and joy and glory.
Joy and glory.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because this is
there
your
you go.
life. This is not a dry run. This is it. So are you enjoying it,
Yeah. And we are with this body until we leave it. And in this time, why not just have a good time? Whether it's in sports or it's in business or it's in whatever. Yeah, include the body. Learn to ask and respect the body, and see what you can generate from there.
Yes. Yeah. How does it get any better than that?
Thank you so much. It was really great talking to you. I'm gonna re-listen and re-listen and re-listen because there is some gems in there as usual. And yeah.
You're so welcome, Ananda. Thank you for asking me. And thank you, everybody, for being here who's listening to it now and in the future. Have way
Bye,
too much
folks.
fun. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.